Morning. We're back down Loch Lomond, the Trossachs. Today we're going to do a little hill called Conic Hill. The weather's not too fantastic, so we've opted to do a small hill. So it's a little circular walk. Come back down by the shores of Loch Lomond. Me, Tracy.
Hi.
And Billy. It's a very popular little hill. As you can see, the start of the route is very well pitched. I think this is all new. There's the pitched path we've just came up, now below us. And the end of Loch Lomond.
Hi.
And there's the summit above us. You can see the white bags from the path. They're actually continuing all the way up to the summit by the looks of it. Apparently this hill used to be very, very slippery and boggy, but it looks like it's going to be pitched from top to bottom. It's a bit of an iconic hill because of the views of Loch Lomond. And there's a very atmospheric Loch Lomond behind us. So we're back on what would have been the original path now, heading towards the summit. As you can see, the work is ongoing all the way to the top. So the true summit is past the viewpoint, the summit that most routes will take you to. That's behind us there now. Another false summit. We have another little col, or a bailach as they're called in Scotland, before we get up there to the true summit. Here we are, the true summit of Conic Hill, 361 metres. It's a Madeline, and this tiny cairn marks the summit. Most of the routes you'll pick up off the internet, walk islands, all trails, etc. will take you to that first summit, but the first two summits are false summits, and the third one along the ridge is the true summit, this one. So now the inversion's lifted a bit, I'm getting a bit of a idea where we're at. That's Ben Lomond, and then we're travelling along towards Ben Nanane and the Cobbler, the Brack, Ben Donich, and over this side of Loch Lomond we must have the hills above Luss. We've just met a couple of lads on the top of Conic Hill, Wayne and Hutch. Where are you from, boys?
I'm from Durham.
I live in Northern Ireland.
Great to meet you, boys.
Absolutely excellent. Nice
Wonderful.
to meet you guys as well, and Billy.
Brilliant.
Billy, yeah.
But it's been an absolute pleasure.
Hi, so the boys are just doing the West Highland Way. How far have you got?
We're at about 32 k's now, I guess.
Oh, brilliant. And how far is it in total?
It's 96 miles.
96 miles, wow.
Yeah.
Well done, boys.
So we're
well
doing
done,
it in
boys.
7 days, hopefully.
Yeah, you'll have to drop us a comment and
Well, if you don't
let
hear
us...
from us and acknowledge your channel, you know we fell off somewhere.
Oh, we're still out there. We're still
Yeah,
out
yeah.
there.
Oh, you're still out there, yeah. We've just dropped back down into the Balmaha and we're going to drop off onto the West Highland Way and then head back down that pitched path to where that last signpost was, and then drop off the ridge down to Loch Lomond and make a circular walk of it. Here it is, the West Highland Way. It actually traverses below all three summits. Look at Loch Lomond now, starting to clear. We're going to get some fantastic views as we drop off that ridge on the front, and then we get down to the loch. It looks like it's flat calm, absolute beautiful. It's Midge City, a lot of midges about. I can imagine there might be a few down by the loch, but we've got the gear to repel us from them if we need it.
Is that thunder?
Could have been, yeah. That ridge down in the bottom there beyond the white bags is our route off. So that's the way we came up from Balmaha, up the pitched path. We're going to walk off the end of this ridge and down to the loch. This looks a lovely ridge down. It'll be a lot more quiet than the path up from the village. And just look at the view. So the ridge drops us right down off in front of Loch. We've got Fad over there. I can't name any more of them. How many islands is the Tracy?
22 islands and 27 islets.
There's 22 islands and 27 islets. One of them has wallabies on. I told Tracy earlier on, she googled it because she didn't believe me.
Wonder why?
How did the wallabies get here?
The Countess of Arran in the 1940s brought them over.
The Countess of Arran in the 1940s brought the wallabies over, put them on the island, and they've been breeding there ever since. Because they can't swim on account of the very short arms. Right then, time to get down to the loch and get Billy in that water. He needs a little cool down, it's getting very hot now.
Scorchio now.
We've got no idea as to what the descent is off the end of this ridge, but there is a path. But what a beautiful circular walk it's made of Conic Hill. Conic Hill.
I'd advise anyone to come this way. I would advise anyone to come this way.
Definitely.
To do a circular route.
Conic Hill was absolutely heaving with folk. It really was.
But the main path isn't really that nice, is it?
And the main path obviously isn't that nice. I mean, it's all pitched and there's a lot of white bags and stuff there. It's still in process. We were talking to the three boys that's been doing the path. Apparently the same three boys have done the whole path that we showed you earlier, and they're saying that they're going to be finished about October, right up to the summit. I did ask the boys how they lifted the big stones from the white bags, because some of them were huge, and one of the big lads stood up, picked up a massive boulder and said to me, "This is how we lift the stones, this is how we make the path." We're right on the edge of this ridge now. Looks like it drops us through the gauze. Looks quite steep. It's very like the path up Raven Crag on Bowscale Fell from Mungrisdale. It's absolutely beautiful down here. Now we've got off that steep stuff. Look at this. Look at the light filtering through this woodland. Absolutely beautiful. Ancient woodland by the look of it. Small trees but very gnarled and twisted. Drops us all the way down to the road. We're going to cross the road and then drop down to the loch shore. Right then, cross the road here through this little gap, and then on the other side this gate's padlocked. There's a tiny gap here, drops you through where the bridge is. So all we've got to do now is get Billy through here. So Billy just jumped it with ease. Now it's my turn. Clever. There you go. Wasn't that bad, was it? Right, immediately through the little gap we have another gate which does open, and the path goes through the field to the gate at the bottom, which hopefully opens as well. And there you go. And there we are, down to the beautiful shores of Loch Lomond. Little family of ducks over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ducklings with them. Once you get a bit deeper, it's got a lovely sandy bottom. Oh, that's so nice. It's quite warm. Warm enough?
Yeah, lovely.
It is, it's lovely.
Once you get in.
Once you get in, it's nice. We're actually up to my neck now. I'm not gonna attempt to swim with the GoPro in my hand. Wow, absolute heaven. See if we can do a little swim. No. There's Tracy's in. Billy won't come in any further though. He's a little bit of a chicken. Well, I wasn't expecting that. It's usually about August before I get in the water, and it usually has to be about 35 degrees. But this water is quite warm. Absolutely beautiful. It's lovely.
Lovely.
It's got a beautiful sandy bottom when you get further out. So the path runs behind the beach, round here, and then round past that headland. So this has got to be the longest short walk ever. We've been out all day. You've seen what the weather was like first thing when that clag was on, almost raining, and then look at this now. It's absolutely gorgeous. We're only about 3.5 miles in. We do quality miles these days, don't we? Quality, not quantity. Fantastic walk. We haven't got too far to go down the lake shore. Yeah, we might have a problem here. Yeah, this bridge here has got metal grooves in it and Billy wouldn't come across, so we had to drop down onto the beach and climb up some rocks to get back. There was no way he was going to go over that bridge, so if you've got a dog that don't like that kind of thing, you might either have to carry him or drop down onto the beach. And that's just back on the road. So it's just a small trip down the road now back to Balmaha, where the car's parked. I'm going to wrap my video up here now. I think in total the walk was only about 4 miles, but we've been out all day enjoying the sunshine, so I'd like to say thank you for watching and goodbye.
And bye for me.
And bye from Billy. the Rockstar. So we weren't on the road that long, and we managed to drop back down onto this little path again. From Balmaha on the shores of Loch Lomond, we head out the back of the car park and steeply up the brand new pitched path, crossing the first two summits of Conic Hill to finally reach the true summit. From the true summit we drop back down to the West Highland Way path and then head across the ridge, dropping down to the shores of Loch Lomond. After a refreshing swim in Loch Lomond itself, we then head down the shore path, past the pier and the marina, back into Balmaha.